Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of A Gardener's Journey Homestead. I'm Barbara and I'm in the high tunnel today. And today I'm going to start planting some more fall seeds. So if you've been watching me, you know that I started one crop of seeds about 3 weeks ago. I started my Brussels sprouts. They have like 100-day maturity, so I needed to get those done sooner than later. And so today is like the second week of August and I'm going to start some fall seeds. So I'm excited. We're in this like transition period because it's still hot. It's been raining a lot here. The garden is still producing. It is definitely slowing down on the outside garden. And things in the high tunnel are the one side is slowing down, the other side is picking up where I did some succession planting. So we're kind of in this weird transition where part of the garden is like transitioning out. Other stuff is coming to life. That was the second set of succession planting, and now we're transitioning into fall and starting to get prepared for the fall and winter garden. So I'm excited today for a couple of reasons. One, I got some new pots. Let me show you my pots. Okay, so y'all know I love these pots from Bootstrap Farmer, but they just came out with a new color line called Summer Solstice, and it is beautiful. Now, in my opinion, they probably should have came out with this in the spring, because summer's on its way out, but still, it's pretty. So you have like this lavender, you have like this canary yellow, you have this like mint green, and then you have like this teal color. So I'm excited because I get a chance to use my new pots. You know, it's all about aesthetics for me. So I can get excited just because I have some colored pots. So today we're going to start sowing some fall seeds. This is not the end all be all. I'm starting the seeds. Now, of course, I'll be continuing to start seeds as the weather cools off, as it gets closer to September. Some things, again, I'm in zone 7A, so some things I need to wait till later. And then obviously some things need to be direct sown instead of started. So I'll direct sow my carrots. I'll direct sow probably, I may or may not start lettuce. I'll direct sow the beets, things like that. But today, this is what I'm starting and getting a jump start on. So I'm starting some celery. I started some celery seed for the spring that didn't do well, so I'm going to try it again. And that was a Chinese pink celery. I'm going to try this again. So this is Utah celery. You can see that from Seeds of Change. I'm going to try this. This has a 95-day harvest. So I am about, I think when I counted, about 76 days until the first frost. So we're going to try it. I'm only going to do like a couple of these because I like celery. I don't love it, but I thought it might be good to try it and preserve some. Then I'm going to do some collard greens. Y'all know I love collard greens. I'm going to do some spinach. I'm going to do some cabbage and broccoli. So I have different varieties of those different kinds. We're going to start, and I think I haven't been as planful as I probably need to be in terms of like laying out on paper how many I'm going to start of each one, where I'm going to put them. So I don't recommend that. I'm kind of doing it backwards because of time. I need to go ahead and get some of this stuff started. Therefore, it's going to get started and I will do the planning while it is germinating and doing all of that. So we're going to just go ahead and get started. I have my pots that I'm going to lay out. I think I'm going to do color code, and we're going to fill up with some good potting mix. The potting mix that I like, that I've used this year for the spring and for the summer, has been Happy Frog. I really, really like that. It has done really, really well. I've transitioned, and then you could do a seed starting mix as well. But because I know they're going to be in the pots for a while, I'm just going to opt in to go ahead and do a potting mix that already has some added fertilizer in it, and they can go straight from this 2.5-inch pot into the ground. But I think I also have some seed starting mix. So if I run out of potting mix, which I think I am, I'll do the seed starting mix too. But I'll try to preserve that for more of the 72 cell tray. So we'll get started, see how it goes, and go from there. As you can see, I have all of my seeds, not seeds, but all of my potting soil in the mix. Look at those colors. So pretty. So very pretty. It's the little things that makes me happy. So I gotta water, I'm gonna water my mix first. I do that because it's easier than if you put the seed in there and then you try to water. Sometimes it can push the seed too far down. So I pre-moisten my potting mix before I put my seeds in there. But also I am going to make my labels. And also I'm gonna figure out how much I'm planting of which one. I have 4 rows of 8, so this is a 32 cell tray. I will put the link down below there from Bootstrap Farmer, which I love. I love their products. It's high quality stuff, it's good stuff, and it's very, very sturdy. So if you're using cheaper stuff, I'm going to encourage you, if you can, to invest in some nice quality pots that will get the job done. I'm going to go get the water hose and then make my labels, figure out what we're going to plant where, and we'll move on to the next thing. Okay, you saw me using the mister. I have my labels. I've misted it. It's pre-moistened. So now all we have to do is put the seeds in there. And what I decided, I'm doing 4 celery, I'm doing 12 spinach, and 16 broccoli. Again, ideally, I should have this planned out on paper, know exactly where I'm going to put it, how many I need. I haven't done that, and I'm still debating between whether or not I'm just going to use the raised beds behind my house and the high tunnel, or if I'm going to try the in-ground garden. I think I want to try the in-ground garden. I'm a little hesitant because I'm not quite sure. Again, it's still hot. It's still hot outside. So there's a lot of things going on in my mind. And maybe you guys can relate to this. It's like sometimes you want to get started and do something, but then you like, okay, I need to plan this out. I need to do this. But it comes to a time like you just got to do it. But it's not like settled yet. I'm in that like valley of decision. Like, am I going to plant the in-ground garden? When is that space going to become available? Do I start these seeds in the high tunnel? Do I take them in the house? I was reading on some of the packets and it said germination was better at temperatures of 85 and below. It's like 85 this week outside, but of course it gets a little warmer in the high tunnel. So I got all these thoughts going through my head, and I think that I need to tell myself to just, it's seeds. I have more. I can buy more. And if I mess this up, that is part of the journey. Now, that is easier said than done, because as gardeners, you want to get it right. But I'm going to go with it. I think I'm going to leave it out here for a few days in the high tunnel. See if I have germination. If for some reason it's not germinating, then maybe I'll try again and take them in the house until the temperatures are actually cooler outside. But I did my Brussels sprouts out here, and they've been out here the whole time, and they've done pretty good. So here is some of the Brussels sprouts. You can see they're doing fairly well. No issues. I have a couple of insect damage, which Brussels sprouts are known for, especially. So you can see that I've been spraying some neem oil. They definitely need some row cover once you transplant them out on the Brussels sprouts. Decisions. Y'all help me. Okay, so I'm gonna put these seeds in here. So let's just go ahead and do the celery. It's nothing to it but to do it, right? Nothing to it but to do it. Now, why did they make this seed packet to where you can't tear it open? Where are my scissors when I need them? Let's try this. This is really my first time. Like I said, I tried celery. It don't even look like there's anything in this pack. They must be real small seeds. I can't even see that. I can't even see that. That is small. So small. Okay, so it says 1/8 depth inch. It's like nothing is in this packet. It is very, very faint. So I probably have messed up this whole packet. But what I tell y'all all the time, it's a journey. Let's grow together. Well, that's exactly what we're going to do today. Because I can barely see the seed. It's that small and faint. We're going to see if it germinates. And if it does, we're going to have a little hallelujah party. If it does. It's all gone. Wait, I feel some more. Let me know if you've grown celery successfully. And especially if you're in my zone 7A. Don't do as I do. Do as I say, because I might be screwing this up. That's done. On to the spinach. So let's see the different kinds of spinach we have. I haven't been very successful at growing spinach either. So we're going to try it again. I did it last fall in here in the hot tunnel. It barely did anything. It germinated, but the leaves were like this tiny. It didn't grow. And I think that was because of a soil issue. Remember, I told you about my soil issue in the raised bed in the hot tunnel, how we did not have enough soil. Long story. It's on another video. I'm going to try it again. And both times I tried spinach, I direct sowed it. So let's try to get it started and established and then transplant and see what happens. But I have Bloomsdale and then I have Renegade. So Renegade has and this is from High Mowing Organic Seeds. It is a hybrid variety. And let's see if it tells me the maturity. 43 days. Oh, this is quick. This is really quick. Huh. That's quick. That may be too quick. What do y'all think? Okay. I'll do 4 of these to take up this last half of the celery row. And then the Bloomsdale spinach is it says 45 days. Okay, so spinach is, let me tell y'all something. This is 45 days. I had it in there for months. It did not do anything. I don't know what I did wrong. Let's just try it. But I'm not going to try 12. Let me see if it germinates first. Then, okay, let's see. We're going to let me see. This was for 2022. And sometimes it'll tell you the germination rate. Okay, this doesn't tell me. So we're going to let's just do 2 to be on the safe side. So at least we can say we gave it our best shot. It's almost blended in with the potting soil mix because it's white. And this may be, I'm almost thinking this is a pelleted seed. And I don't even remember buying this. Maybe somebody gave it to me. Okay. And I'm going to use some of these older seeds. So this is a 2020 pack. Now, remember, seeds do not expire. The germination rate decreases, but seeds don't expire. So this is 2020. So I feel even better about trying this because these seeds are older. So let's try if this works. So we'll do 2 or 3 since it's a couple of years older. We're going to see if it works. I think that it will in terms of germination. what I'm curious to see in 45 days, so we're in the middle of August, that would be like the end of September, ready to harvest, which is quick. I'll be honest, I didn't know this spinach was that quick, because again, I haven't been successful growing it, and I'm not even sure why. It seems like it would be pretty easy, like lettuce. Like, I definitely can grow lettuce. I've done that really well. But the thing about it is that we're starting early enough, so if these don't do anything, then I can do it again, since it has such a short maturity date. Okay, so spinach is done. Next, we're going to do the broccoli. I have 2 rows of broccoli. Let's see what broccoli I brought out here. So I have the Waltham, which I've done before. Last year was the first time that my broccoli grew and I had heads. The first year before that, it was eaten a lot by insects, and the frost got it. But last year I did it in here. The thing about broccoli, you only get 1 head, then you get a lot of side shoots. So that's why I'm doing what I consider a lot. I'm doing 16, and I'm sure I'll do more than that, because we love broccoli, and I would think it's pretty easy to preserve, to freeze it. So I have Waltham, and then I have Early Green broccoli by Seeds of Change. This is by Baker's Creek. So on the Waltham broccoli, it says, and this is a 21, so I've had these for a year or so. On the Early Green broccoli, 60-day. Is that 60 or 80? 60-day harvest. So that would be right around mid-September. And it says that you can plant it in August and September. So let's give it a try. So we'll do 1 row of Early Green broccoli, and then we'll do 1 row of the Waltham broccoli, and this tray will be done. Okay, first tray all done. I'm excited about the fall garden. The temperatures are cooler. The pest pressure is much, much less, which is a key reason why I love to garden in the fall, because you just don't have to deal with the pest pressure. You can really test out your true gardening skills because you're not fighting with the pest. And then you get a chance to just grow different stuff that you can't grow in the summer. So if you are not doing a fall garden, why? If you've never tried a fall garden, you should. You absolutely should. To me, it's easier to do for the reasons that I mentioned. So I would definitely encourage you to try and do the fall garden. Now, I'm starting seeds because I have a big space. It's economical, and I feel really good because I started seeds successfully for the first time this spring and summer. The majority of my outside garden and inside the high tunnel, I probably started 80% of those seeds, which is a huge, huge, huge cost saver. And once now I know what to do, then I know what to do. But if you've never started seeds before and you still want to have a fall garden, then just go to your local nursery or Home Depot, Tractor Supply. Within the next, I would say 30 days or so, depending on what zone you're in, they will have some fall starts. They're going to just have your traditional, probably broccoli, cabbage, collards, maybe spinach, lettuce, maybe cauliflower. That's the one thing I'm missing, is cauliflower. I haven't been successful at that either. I feel like I say that a lot. It's okay. Try again, right? Try again. And what does my shirt say? What did you grow today? So what did you grow today? What are you growing today? What are you going to grow tomorrow? What are you going to grow the next day? Make sure that you don't not do a fall garden just because you're intimidated, you're scared, you don't know how to start seeds. Hey, Barbara, I don't have the space that you have. Start somewhere. That's with every season, with every month. Start with what you have. Do what you can. If you can't start seeds or don't feel comfortable, then buy some starts, or do both. Buy you some starts and start some seeds. Again, the fall is less, when I say less pressure, you just don't have the bounty and the heat and the pest and just the mass to deal with like you do in the summer. So you can try your seeds in the fall and experiment, and by the time next spring comes around, you'll be able to start your own seeds successfully. So I think that I'm going to start another tray and do my collards and my cabbage. And I think that's all we're going to start today. But thank you guys so much for joining me on my fall planting, seed starting. So we got celery, spinach, and 2 different varieties of broccoli started. So that's a bit of an accomplishment. I'm going to also start 2 rows of cabbage and 2 rows of collards. And then probably in the next couple of weeks, by the time it gets to the end of August, September, we'll start more, and we'll also do some direct sowing. And I'll take you along on that journey as well. If you have tips about fall gardening, if you have tips about gardening in the fall outside, you guys who have seen my space, you've been following me, please drop them down below. I'm always open to suggestions, always open to comments. If you like what you're seeing on my channel, please subscribe, tell a friend, tell a neighbor that they can come here and not be intimidated, but we can all grow together, because that's what this is. It's a journey, and we're going to grow together. Until next time, I'll see you soon.